Welcome viewers. This is lecture number 6 of lecture series on real analysis. Concept covered in our today's lecture is first order completeness in R, second Archimedean property, third examples related to least upper bound and greatest lower. So let us start with order completeness in R. Every non-empty subset A of real number R which is bounded above in R has the least upper bound in R. That is, you can take any non-empty subset A of a real number R. Let us uh, think about this geometrically. This is a set of real number. You can take any non-empty subset A of a real number R which is bounded above. It means bounded above means it has an upper bound. So for all x belongs to A, such that x is less than equal to u. U may be on the boundary of this. All x lies here. For all x belongs to A, given any x, such that x is less than equal to u, where u is any real number. So which is bounded above in R has the least upper bound. So if it has an upper bound, then it has a least upper bound. So we have to construct a set of all upper bounds. So this is a set of all upper bounds. Out of these, we have to find the least one. So if u is the least among all the upper bounds, u1, u2, and so on. So this is called the least upper bound of. So if A is a non-empty subset of a real number R and it is bounded above, then it has least upper bound. But the set of rational number is not order complete because set of rational number does not enjoy the least upper bound property. For example, let us consider a set. Let A is equal to x, so that x belongs to set of rational number such that x square is less than 2. Now, since uh, 1 belongs to, because one at least one belongs to set A, 1 is less than 2, yes. So A is the set A is non-empty. So A is not equal to 5. Therefore, A is not equal to 5, and all the element of A are less than 2 for all x belongs to A. So we can say set A is bounded above. This is our set A under root 2 lies here. So under root 2 is the geometric mean of 1 and 2, and it lies between 1 and 2. So this is our this is under root 2. So x, all the x are less than 2. It means because why we take under root 2? Because x square is less than 2. So x is under root 2. So now this is our set. All the elements are less than under root. So since all the elements of set A are also less than 2, so 2 is the upper bound. So this is the upper bound of set A. So we can say set A is non-empty subset of Q. Therefore, A is a non-empty subset of Q, and it is bounded above. It is bounded above. It is bounded above. But A does not satisfy the least upper bound property because x is equal to under root 2 that does not belongs to Q. Therefore, that is LUB least upper bound of A does not lie in set of rational number Q. So set of rational number is not, therefore Q is not complete. Q is not. So set of rational number does not enjoy the least upper bound property because it is not order complete. But set of real number satisfy the order completeness, so it has a least upper bound. So R is set of real number is order complete because least upper bound it satisfy the LUB, it enjoy the LUB property. Now, uh, now we talk about Archimedean property. Archimedean property. This is very important part of real analysis, and even this is very useful concept which we use in real analysis. So we discussed two properties of Archimedean, that is first property AP1, denoted by AP1. AP first, what is the first property? That set of natural number n is not bounded above. Is not bounded above. That is given any means for all x belongs to R, given any real number R, there exists n belongs to natural number such that n is greater than x. Let us think about this geometrically. This is set of real number. This is set of natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now you can take any x from set of real number R. So let us consider this x. X is equal to 495. So corresponding to this 495, can you find a natural number which is greater than this 495? Yes, we can find a number n, and that is equal to 496. So which is greater than this real number. So let us take another x that is equal to 9999.2. This is a set of, this is a real number. So can we find a natural number which is greater than this n? So yes, we can find a natural number n that is equal to 10,000. So you can take any natural number, any real number. Corresponding to that real number, we can find a natural number which is greater than that real number. It means we are not able to find an upper bound of this set. So that's why if we are not able to find an upper bound of this set, then the set is not bounded above. So therefore, set of natural number is not bounded above. So what is bounded above? We have already discussed in our previous lecture. That is, for all x belongs to A, such that x must be less than equal to some real number u. If it satisfies this condition, then the set is bounded above. But there does not exist any natural number. Uh, you can take any x belongs to R. If x is not less than equal to some number n, then that is x. If n is greater than x, the contradiction uh, complement of this is, if x is less than equal to u, then it is bounded above. When we say this is not bounded above, it means there is some x which is greater than u. So if x is greater than u, it means this set is not bounded above. So that here, instead of in place of this u, we are considering x, and this in place of x, we are taking n. So we are not able to find any natural number n, which is, and we are not able to find any natural number which are, even we can say, there you could choose any real number, we are not able to find the upper bound of natural number. Means n is always, you can, if we take x be any real number, then there exists a natural number corresponding to this real number which are greater than that x. So in this way we are not able to find, we can say that set of natural number is bounded above, because we are not able to find the upper bound of this set. So n is not bounded above. This is Archimedean property first. Archimedean property 2. Given any given any xy belongs to real number r with x greater than 0, there exists n belongs to natural number such that n into x is greater than y. So you can take any, let this be a set of real number, choose any x which is greater than 0. So if this is 0, so choose any x which is greater than 0 and any real number. If we take y here, if we take y here, then obviously y is negative. So all the positive number are greater than negative number. So if x is greater than y, so here we are able to find natural number n is equal to 1. Then natural number 1 satisfy all the satisfy the condition that n into x is greater than y. That is n into 1 x into 1 is greater than y. So x is greater than y. So you can easily observe that here x set of all the positive numbers are greater than negative numbers. So let us consider another case. If we take x here, x be any real number and y greater than x, y is this, then corresponding to this y we can find a natural number n, we can find a natural number n such that when we multiplied n into x, then n into x is greater than y. So if we are able to find this, then we can say that it satisfies the Archimedean property. It means you choose any positive, any real number y and any real number x which is greater than, which are greater than 0, then corresponding to that x you can find a natural number. When we multiplied n into x, then it is always greater than y. Let us take x is equal to, let us take the particular case. If we take x is equal to 700 and y is equal to 3000. Now correspond, this is our x, this is our x and this is our y. So we corresponding to this 700, we have to find a natural number which is when we multiplied that natural number with x, then the product is greater than y. So if we take n is equal to 5, natural number n is equal to 5. So then corresponding to this x, you can find natural number 5 such that when we multiplied this 700 into 5, it is 3500. So this is n into x. So n into x is greater than. So you can take any real number y and any positive real number x, then corresponding to that x you can find a natural number such that n into x is always greater than y. So this is the second property. So we can write this property in term of quantifier as for all given any, for all x comma y belongs to R with x greater than 0, there exists n belongs to natural number such that n into x is greater than y. So this is Archimedean property number 2. So let us prove property number 2. Suppose the condition suppose the condition is not true, is not true, then there exists x greater than 0, y belongs to R such that n into x is less than equal to y. Instead of greater than y, it is less than equal to y for all n belongs to natural. Since x is greater than y, x is greater than 0, we have x is a positive number. So n is less than equal to y upon x, because n into x is greater than less than equal to y. So x is positive number. We can divide by positive number both sides. Then there is no change in the inequality. So what we get, n is less than equal to y upon x for all n belongs to natural. Now you can see this is our real number, set of real number. It means y and x, y is any real number, x is positive real number. So let us consider that y upon x lies here. Y upon x is any real number. So let this be equal to u. So now from this expression star, what we get, all the natural number are less than equal to y upon x. It means y upon x is the upper bound of this set. And if y upon x is the upper bound, because we can write this in terms of quantifier as for all x belongs to natural number n, so that x is less than equal to y upon x. So which is a contradiction to the first property, that n is not bounded above. So if we try to prove this by taking that nx is less than equal to y, then we get an upper bound, and y upon x is a real number. Y upon x is a real number. So we get a real number r such that all the natural number are less than equal to y upon x, which is bounded, which means set of natural number is bounded above. It means there is a contradiction. This implies that is, so we can write this, that is y upon x belongs to R is an upper bound of a set of natural number. So n is bounded above. This implies that n is bounded above in R, which is a contradiction. Contradiction to किस पे contradiction है? To the fact that a set of natural number n is not bounded above in R. Hence given any x y belongs to R with x greater than 0, there exists natural number n belongs to n such that n into x is greater than y. So this is the Archimedes property. This property is very useful when we talk about convergence. If we take let this be double star. If we take y is equal to 1 in double star, then we get given x greater than 0, there exists n belongs to natural number such that n into x is greater than 1, or x greater than 0, for all x greater than 0, or given any x greater than 0, any x greater than 0, such there exists n belongs to natural number such that 1 upon n is less than x. So this is very important property when we talk about convergence, because when we talk about convergence, then here we use for given any epsilon greater than 0, there exists a natural number n such that uh, 1 upon n is less than when we take 1 upon n example of sequence xn equal to 1 upon n, then 1 upon n mod xn minus uh, if, because this 1 upon n is converging to 0 as n goes to infinity, so xn minus 0 that is equal to mod 1 upon n minus 0 that is equal to 1 upon n, and 1 upon n we directly write this as less than epsilon. Because why we write this? Because by Archimedes property. So uh, we will use, let this be third property, you can say, or write it corollary, we can write this corollary 1. So we will use Archimedes property when we talk about convergence. How we use? Given any epsilon greater than 0, there exists natural number and such that when we use the definition of convergence mod xn, if we get 1 upon n or 1 upon n plus 1, then we directly write it as this is less than epsilon, because of Archimedes property. So in this way uh, we can use the Archimedes property in convergence also. So corollary number 2, if x belongs to R positive real number, there exists n belongs to natural number such that 0 is less than 1 upon n is less than x. So 1 upon n is greater than 0, 1 upon n is always greater than 0, and which is less than n. So second part is again come from corollary number 1. We have already proved that 1 upon n is less than x, but here 1 upon n is greater than 0 and 1 upon n is less than x if x belongs to R positive. Third corollary, if x belongs to R, there exists m and n with two integer, m and n belongs to integer z with m is less than x is less than n. So it means you can take any real number, then you there exist two integers m and n which are different, such that the real number lies between two integers m and n. Even more precisely, we can say if x belongs to R, there exists unique n belongs to Z such that n is less than equal to x is less than n plus 1. So the number lies between two consecutive integers. That real number lies between two consecutive integers. So these are all about Archimedean property. Let us discuss one example related to Archimedean property. So find if x is less than equal to y plus z for all z greater than 0, then x is less than equal to y. So if x is less than equal to y plus z, then for all z greater than 0, then x must be less than equal to y. So we try to prove this result by contradiction. So let instead of x less than equal to y, if we consider x greater than y. If x is greater than y, this implies that x minus y is greater than 0. So what is Archimedean property? Archimedean property is if x greater than 0 be any real number, there exists a natural number n such that n into x is greater than 1. So this is our real number x. So corresponding to this x, we find a natural number n. It means now x minus y greater than 0 is any real number. There exists a natural number n such that n into x minus y must be greater than 1. That is x minus y is greater than 1 upon n, because n is positive. So we can divide, n is greater than 0, we can divide it by n, and there is no change in the inequality also. So this implies that x is greater than y plus 1 upon n. If we take 1 upon n as z, so we can say x is greater than y plus z, where z is 1 upon n and which is greater than 0. So in this way, we are able to find that x is greater than y plus z, so which is a contradiction, because x is less than equal to y plus z. It is given that x is less than equal to, so we cannot take x less than x greater than y. So x must be less than equal to y. So this implies that x is less than equal to y plus z with z greater than 0, then x must be less than equal to y. If so, now let us discuss examples related to LUB and GLB. So question number 1, example number 1. find LUB, find LUB and GLB of 1 upon n, so that n is set of natural number. Yes, we know that 1 upon n is greater than, or we can say n is greater than 0 and n is greater than equal to 1. Set of natural number is always greater than equal to 1. So 1 upon n is also greater than 0, because if natural number is, if any number is greater than 0, then its reciprocal is also greater than 0, and 1 upon n is less than equal to 1 here. And we take the reciprocal, then the inequality reverse in case of number which are greater than 0. So, or we can say in case of non-zero numbers, the inequality is reverse. So combining these two, we get 1 upon n is greater than 0 but less than equal to 1. So all the numbers 1 upon n are less than equal to 1 and greater than 0. So this is the least upper bound of 1 upon n, and this is the greatest lower bound of 1 upon n. Geometrically we can see that the number set 1 upon n, it lies between 0 and 1. So these are all the upper bounds, but out of these, this 1 is the least upper bound, and this is the greatest lower bound, because all are the lower bounds of this set, but out of these 0 is the greatest. We can also think about this example in terms of set 1 upon n that is n belongs to natural number, so we put n equal to 1, then put 2, 3 and 4 and so on, we get this. So we can observe that this set is decreasing and it goes toward 0. As n goes to infinity, it goes toward 0. So 1 is the highest among all the numbers, so we can say 1 is the LUB. This is the least upper bound, LUB, and this 0, even 0 does not belongs to this set, so we can say 0 is the greatest lower bound of this set. On the same way, find the LUB and GLB of the set n plus 1 upon n, so that n belongs to natural number. So n plus 1 upon n, we can write this as n plus 1 upon n is equal to 1 plus 1 upon n. Since we know that 1 upon n lies between 0 and 1, so 1 plus 1 upon n is 1 plus 0, that is 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So it lies between this, it is greater than 1 and less than equal to 1. On the same way, we can prove this. N is greater than 0 and n is greater than equal to 1. So 1 upon n is greater than 0 and 1 upon n is less than equal to 1. So when we add 1 to both sides, 1 plus 1 upon n is greater than 0 plus 1, that is 1, and 1 plus 1 upon n is less than equal to 1 plus 1 is 2. So combining these two, we get 1 is less than 1 plus 1 upon n, and which is less than equal to 2. So this is the least upper bound. The set is bounded above and bounded below, and 2 is the least upper bound, and 1 is the greatest lower bound. Now example number 3rd. Show that the set 2 plus x upon 2 2 minus x, 2 plus x upon 2 minus x, x is less than 0 and x is not equal to minus 1, is neither bounded above nor bounded below. So let us consider this set be A. A set is given that 2 plus x upon 2 minus x, such that x is less than 0 and x is not equal to minus 1. So let y is equal to 2 plus x upon 2 minus x. So this implies that 2 minus x into y is equal to 2 plus x. This implies 2y minus xy minus x is equal to 2. This implies we have to find x from this. So minus, you can take a minus x common. So sorry, it is not 2 minus x. So it is not 2 minus x, but uh, it is 1 plus x. It is 1 plus x. 1 plus x. 1 plus x. 1 plus x here. So it is y plus xy is equal to 2 plus x. So after calculating, we get y x is equal to uh, x is equal to 2 minus y upon y minus 1. Now since x is less than 0, since x is less than 0, x is less than 0 means this implies x is 2 minus y upon y minus 1, which is less than 0. So now we have two cases here. Either y, because we don't know what is y, what is the value of y. Y is any real number. So y minus 1 may be positive, y minus 1 may be negative. So case 1, if y minus 1 is greater than 0. Y minus 1 is greater than 0 implies y is greater than 1. So if y minus 1 is positive number, then we multiplied both side by, multiplied both side by y minus 1, then there is no change in the inequality. So 2 minus y upon y minus 1 into y minus 1 is less than 0 into y minus 1 is 0. So we can cancel out this. So 2 minus y is less than 0. This implies that 2 is less than y. So geometrically what we get, y is greater than 1 and y is greater than 2. So it is 1, it is 2. So y is greater than 1 from first and y is greater than 2 from this one. So we get the solution set is y is greater than 2. So this, so we get y belongs to 2 to open interval 2 to infinity. So this is the solution of first case. Now case 2. Case 2, if y minus 1 is less than 0, then if we multiply it by y minus 1 negative number, then 2 minus y upon y minus 1 into y minus 1, it if we multiply it by negative numbers, then inequality is reversed. It is, so it is greater than 0. So 2 minus y is greater than 0. This implies that 2 is greater than y, or y is less than 2. So this we get from here, and because y is less than 1 is given, so we can say y is less than y minus 1 is less than 0, so we get y is less than 1, and from both of these we can find out that this is minus infinity, this is 1, this is 2. So out of these we get the solution set is this. So in second case we get y belongs to y belongs to minus infinity comma 1. So when we combine both the cases, therefore the solution set for A is y belongs to minus infinity comma 1. Even for A we can say this is x belongs to minus infinity comma 1 union 2 to infinity. So this is the solution of for the given set. Now you can try for the same case. If the set A is given, that is 4 plus x upon 4 minus x, such that x is greater than 0, x is not equal to 4, is neither bounded above nor bounded below. Bounded below. So you can on the same way you can try this. Is, let us discuss one more result, one more example. Find LUB and GLB of A is equal to, set A is equal to 3 upon 1 plus x square, such that x lies between x is greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 5. So given set x is minus 1 is less than equal to x is less than equal to 5. So we have to find the square. When we square both sides, so it becomes 1, minus 1 ka square is 1, x square, and square of 5 is 25. So according to this we have to first find, हमें स्टेप फॉलो करने पड़ेंगे. सेट ए के दिए हुआ 3/1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर, तो सबसे पहले हम एक्स स्क्वायर फाइंड करेंगे, एक्स स्क्वायर, फिर उसके बाद 1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर, फिर अगला स्टेप 1 रेसिप्रोकल करेंगे इसका 1/1 प्लस, उसके बाद 3 मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 3 से, देन वी गेट अ कंप्लीट सेट ए. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस वी हैव टू फाइंड. सो हमने पहला स्टेप एक्स स्क्वायर फाइंड किया. अब क्या करेंगे 1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर, तो एडिंग 1 टू बोथ साइड, तो ऐड करेंगे 1 तो 1 प्लस 1 2, सो 1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर इज लेस देन इक्वल टू 26. नाउ अब क्या करेंगे रेसिप्रोकल. रेसिप्रोकल करने से क्या होता है, इनइक्वालिटी रिवर्स हो जाती है. तो रेसिप्रोकल करते हैं 1/2, तो क्या होगा ये ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1/1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर विच इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1/26. अब क्या करेंगे, इसको 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो क्या होगा, 3/2 इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 3/1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर is greater than equal to 3/26. Now we can arrange this 3/26 is less than equal to 3/1 plus x square is less than equal to 3/2. So therefore, so this is the, we can say LUB of A is 3/2 and GLB of A, that is equal to 3/26. So in this way we can find the LUB and GLB of given set A. Let us solve another example. Find LUB and GLB of x square minus 1 upon x plus 2 such that mod x minus 2 is less than 3. So here set A is given that set A, let A is equal to x square minus 1 upon x plus 2 such that mod x minus 2 is less than 3. So first we divide x square minus 1, we simplify this by x minus 2, x plus 2, we get x square plus 2x, this is cancel out, so minus 2x minus 1, and we multiply it by minus 2, so we get minus 2x minus 4, so subtracting we get plus here, so it is 3, so we can write x square minus 1 upon x plus 2 as x minus 2 plus 3 upon x plus 2. Okay. So in this way, now our set A is, we simplify this set A, let this be equation star. Now mod x minus 2, what is given? Mod x minus 2 is less than 3. So we know that mod x less than a if and only if x की वैल्यू क्या होती है? x lies between minus a and a. X lies between minus a and a. So here by using this we can say minus 3 is less than x minus 2 less than 3. So let this be equation 1. Now we have to find x. x के लिए क्या करेंगे? minus 2 तो 2 ऐड करेंगे. 2 ऐड किया तो minus 3 plus 2, this is minus 1 is less than x is less than 3 plus 2 is 5. Then we have to find x plus 2. x plus 2 क्यों फाइंड करना? अब हमें ये फाइंड करना. देखो, we have to find this expression. तो उसके लिए x plus 2 फाइंड करना पड़ेगा पहले. x plus 2 के लिए what we do? Add 2 both sides, so we get 1 is less than x plus 2 is less than 7. Now take the reciprocal, so we reciprocal of 1 is 1. 1 upon x plus 2, inequality is reversed. Now we multiplied it by 3, so 3 is greater than 3 upon x plus 2 is greater than 3 upon 7. Now or we can say 3 upon 7 is less than 3 upon x plus 2 is less than 3. Let this be 2. Now adding 2 and 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, we get क्या होगा? minus 3 plus 3 by 7 is less than x minus 2 plus 3 upon x plus 2 is less than 3 plus 3. So this is nothing but minus 18 upon 7, and this is from star, it is x square minus 1 upon x plus 2 which is less than 6. So 6 is the least upper bound, this is LUB, and minus 18 by 7 is the greatest lower bound. So the least upper bound and greatest lower bound of A, LUB of A, LUB of set A is equal to 6, and GLB of A that is equal to minus 18 upon 7. So this is all about the Archimedean property, order completeness property, and examples related to LUB and GLB. You can try more examples related to LUB and GLB. We will discuss about uh, absolute value in our next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.